I know I can't be the only person this happens to. Like, it seems to happen to me all the time. Especially, I don't know, I get overwhelmed having so many different thoughts going through my mind, different things that I think, I have to do or whatever. And I find myself just becoming sort of frozen in place. A bunch of stuff I need to do, but I can't get myself to start doing it and actually get shit done sometimes. Because it's like I'm just frozen and like there's an argument going on inside my head, kind of, or something, like I can't make up my mind, like what to do first, where to start, uh, definitively what it is I should do, what's the right thing to do, you know. So I just found myself, I ended up in a situation where I was making deliveries to be able to pay bills, just to keep sort of a roof over my head. I started doing that a couple years ago, and now, I've been struggling, just barely scraping by. But I've at no point have I been living in a situation where I felt that my living situation was stable, or my living situation even really felt, where I even lived in a place where I really even felt safe. So I've been just kind of sketched out, surrounded by sketchy types of people and bad influences, and just stress all the fucking time. I want to get out of here. I need a fresh start, different place somewhere. But at the same point, I feel like the same kind of problems, some of the same kind of problems I deal with here, I'd be dealing with somewhere else. Probably. I don't know. I feel like if I could get a fresh start, get out of this place, I mean, part of it's just being here in the same fucking town. It's not the same place it used to be at all. The kind of people that are around here are not the same kind of people that used to be around here. The place is just more screwed up than it ever used to be. And I'm kind of in like a hood, ghetto sort of areas. I have been ever since I was like 16, man. Pretty much in like hood, ghetto type of areas, just with sketchy fucking people around. And, bad influences. And not really having anyone in my life that really knew what the hell they were doing. I mean, or that was really there to be all that helpful to me or offer me any clear path or any guidance or, sound advice that was worth a shit. It's just been like that. And I could admit that part of my problem that I've had is it's my own damn fault. It's like, some of it is, yeah. Because I get stressed out, I get drunk. Maybe I say something stupid or I do something that annoys somebody, pisses people off, and then I'm surrounded by people that hate my guts or whatever. Or I'm, you know, have a hard time finding or maintaining any kind of decent, relationship with any decent people. If you can even find any fucking decent people out there in the world now and around here, right? Because they don't want to get drunk dialed or whatever. uh, I mean, I get that. That's part of my problem. That's not my whole problem, though. problem that's caused by a coping mechanism I've used to try to mask my real fucking problems, which is that I'm in the wrong place, surrounded by the wrong kind of people, and I need to get my shit together, really, and being around, I don't know. Well, there's a lot of stuff. I mean, from like a psychiatric standpoint, if you want to say that, disorders or, whatever the hell you want to say, right? I mean, it's just true that, like, well, I mean, you go look for advice on how to, like, sober up or, straighten your life out, all this kind of shit. And everybody who's, telling the straight up truth about how they fucking managed, they got the same fucking story, man. I got the hell out of there. I found a better place. I found a group of positive people, and I fucking turned my life around, or whatever, right? For the most part, it's either that or they got the hell out and made a fresh start somewhere else, or they were able to have some luck and get ahead or something. I mean, one of the things that leads to drinking is it becomes like habitual, it's like ingrained in your subconscious mind as a coping mechanism. And when you're in the same, I mean, and part of that is when you're in the same place, surrounded by the same kind of people and the same kind of stressors and things that trigger you to drink in the first place. All those triggers are still there. Well, yeah, it's memories and stuff. You see some place that some place that's from familiar to you that brings up past memories or something like that can mess with you. Well, you know what I mean. Like if you lived in the same house your whole life, from the time you were a kid or something, and there's a corner on the wall where you know lines are drawn on the wall with a marker for where you measured it as you were getting taller to see how tall you were or something. And then 20 years later, you look at that and it brings you back to the memories of standing in front of that, checking how tall you were, and you have all these memories flooding back of your child. You know what I mean? The same kind of shit, just like traumas that you experienced if similar situations come up in your life as an adult, traumas you experienced even as a kid. But these same sorts of circumstances or whatever can trigger you to kind of regress. You know. I mean, I think that's a lot of the problem I've had with like trying to sober up and get my life straightened out and trying to better myself is that I've been stuck in the same sort of environment, the same sort of situation where I was getting drunk, getting high, and fucking off. I'm still around the same kind of people in the same place in the same surroundings in the same environment, if not even, worse than it used to be. So it's like, it's just this place is stagnating. I feel like I'm trapped in a fucking tar pit or, quicksand or some shit in this place, you know? Like a crackhead trying to get sober while they live across the street from a crack house or something, it doesn't work out so well. Or a pothead trying to quit smoking weed while he's got, 5 or 10 people around coming, showing up, knocking on his door with a bong in their hand. Hey man, smoke a bowl, man. Hey man, hey, look, hang out. Blowing pot smoke in your face and shit, It just doesn't, you know what I'm saying? It just doesn't work out. Like, you know, or you try to, or I guess it'd be like if you work at a liquor store and you're trying to quit drinking or something, but you work in a liquor store, you know, you're just surrounded by it all day. Or you live in a, you're trying to quit drinking, but you live in a frat house, you know, or, you know, shit like that, yeah. That's basically like the equivalent of the situation I've been in for years. I'm trying to fucking straighten my life out, trying to turn my life around, trying to do better. The last couple of years, I've been, you know, figuring some things out, and I've been working, paying bills, and you know, figuring out how to build a credit score and come up with, you know, business ideas and ideas for, you know, how you could maybe end up getting a home in the future, you know, et cetera, possibly, you know. I got ideas and stuff, but I'm just like, I feel like I'm stuck, like I'm trapped, you know. Like I stepped in quicksand or a tar pit or something, and the more I try to climb out, the fucking more the quicksand sinks and drags me down, you know. Try to struggle to get out and just get pulled down, even, you know. A lot of this, that's what this feels like, you know. Like that quote from what Godfather, what Godfather 2 or something. Every time I get out, they pull me back in, you know. Every time I try to get out, they pull me back in, you know. Yeah. I don't know. I guess it'd be kind of a similar situation to like if you were, I don't know, say you used to be in a gang or something, right? And doing a bunch of fucking criminal thug shit or something like that. It's not that, but I mean the situation I would say is similar, and then you manage to like somehow you get out of there. Your, you know, parents move you away from there or whatever the heck, right? And you manage to, you know, get a job and straighten your life out. You got a wife and kids and a house and da 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 da, you know. And then all of a sudden, all your old homies from the gang fucking start showing up, knocking on your fucking door, trying to get you to, you know, go smoke some fool down the street or some shit, you know, or trying to get you in on a fucking robbery or, you know, whatever. You know what I'm saying? People just trying to pull you into their fucking drama and their shit, right? And it's like these motherfuckers feel like you're obligated or some shit, you know? Yeah, that's kind of the sort of, I don't know, I would imagine that's kind of what it's like, you know? It's like, I wasn't in a gang or anything. I've just been around people that are like that type of fucking mentality, criminal minded type people, and I've never really fit in with them. But I get drunk or I'd be stoned or whatever, I'd be able to play along or something to keep myself from getting, you know, hurt or whatever because I just didn't have anyone to hang out with and I was there and didn't have any fucking friends around. I was lonely. And I was sad when my girlfriend broke up with me, so they got me high and now I'm just, you know, I quit getting stoned, quit getting high and popping pills and all that kind of shit and keep trying to straighten my fucking life out, but I got no guidance, I got no positive support, no fucking help, and I'm still surrounded by the same kind of fucking criminal minded fucking people and stuff, you know. And I don't know how to get myself out of this situation. I don't want to be stuck here. You know, I'm 41 years old. I don't want to be in my 50s or 60s homeless living in a fucking car or having to be on the run constantly trying to get away from all the tweakers and the fucking drama and bullshit. I also don't want to be a fucking 9 to 5 fucking wage slave, busting my ass working my life away just to be able to cover rent on some shitty apartment or something. You know? So it's like, especially when the only kind of shit I could afford is stuff that you're just surrounded by like criminal minded fucking mischievous nasty fucking people around everywhere. I can't afford to spend $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month or some shit for some fancy fucking upscale place or something. Where I can fucking even attempt to afford to live is some kind of like hood ghetto or surrounded by fucking drug addicts and shit, basically. It's just, I don't know how the fuck to turn my life around in this situation. You gotta have people on your side. You gotta have people to have your back, you know? And the low life, drug dealing, criminal minded type people, they got fucking all kinds of buddies and, you know, partners in crime and all that kind of shit, basically. I want to straighten my life out, and I need the same. I need to be able to have help and people I can call on, people I can ask for advice, and people I can, you know, people that be willing to fucking try to goddamn help me. That's what I need, but I don't know where the fuck that is. Maybe it'd be different if I was like a teenager or something, or in my early 20s or something. But I feel like the world around and family and so on is kind of giving up on me and throwing me in the trash, basically. I swear, even when I was in my late 20s, and when I was in my late 20s and even like early 30s, I was researching online, trying to find fucking any fucking help. I was going to my parents, like, mentioning the idea of going to rehab and stuff like that, and they were of no help, or they just, oh, you don't need fucking rehab, you're just fucking, you're just being lazy, you're just trying to make excuses, you just need to get a fucking job, whatever the hell, right? And I had fucking problems, and I'm trying to deal with, and I didn't know what to do, how to get ahead, and then nobody in my family seemed to know what the fuck they're doing, they all just seemed to have, you know, lucky fucking breaks or something and shit fall into their lap, and they had a lot of help, and they had, network of people that helped them that weren't, and those network of people that helped them ain't there to fucking help me, basically, for the most part. I kind of, in some ways, I feel the same way. I guess my sister kind of feels that way too, somewhat, based on like a song that said was her song, or the song Black Crows. It's got a line that says, "She'll tell you she's an orphan after you meet her family." That's kind of how I feel, man. I feel like I'm a fucking orphan or something. Like I was adopted by people that don't give a shit about me, but I don't, as far as I know, I wasn't, you know. On the other hand, I'm not so. Well, it's weird, you know, because like I seen pictures of my dad when he was younger, when he was like in his 30, you know, 20s or 30s or something, and he looked just fucking like me, right? But we both did ancestry DNA. His DNA came up saying that he was majority Scottish. My DNA said that I'm majority Germanic. So what does that tell me, you know? And he's not the only guy fucking. He's not the only guy that looks in the world that looks like me that's old enough to be my dad, probably, you know? I don't know. I've wondered about this kind of shit, you know? There's all sorts of weird stuff in my life, man. Weird scenarios and stuff. Well, I don't know. Like, I'll give you like some examples or whatever, right? Like when I was younger, man, when I was in my late teens and early 20s and stuff, I was strung out on all kinds of pills, smoking a bunch of weed and drinking, and even, you know, from the time I was 16 through like early to mid 20s, it was like that, man. My cousin Ronnie, when I was a kid, he was doing coke or whatever, getting high. He came all the way from like Arizona and crashed on the couch at our house for a little while. His family came down, helped him out, got him into a rehab, helped him to completely turn his life around, and now he's, you know, he's significantly older than me. He's got some successful business or something. Got his life together. He's got a nice, you know, wife and kids and a nice house and all this kind of shit. I've never even had anyone in my family even try in the slightest to try to get me any help with that when I was going through that shit. I was looking shit up on the internet myself. I was looking up, you know, search terms like failure to launch and, you know, training program, rehab, you know, all this kind of shit when I was younger. But mostly it was like by the time I was looking this shit up, I was like late 20s or early 30s and stuff. And all the fucking things that, all the programs and stuff that were out there were for like teenagers and people in their early 20s or something, and they wouldn't take somebody my age, you know? And the rehab shit, I don't know, there's so much crazy shit going on in my life and crazy shit going on in the world. Seems like the whole time since I've been a teenager, or even when I was a kid, it feels like it's just been World War III, war going nonstop. Worried about there being a draft around the corner, or worried that, you know, FEMA's gonna roll up and fucking haul us away to camps or something, or worried that, you know, we're gonna get invaded by some foreign, you know. And I didn't like the idea of being locked in some fucking place, completely defenseless. And I didn't want to end up dealing with some kind of Nurse Ratchet situation, you know. So I never really went out of my way to seek help because I didn't want the kind of help that fucking Nurse Ratchet provides, you know. I need like was that movie where Robin Williams is a psychiatrist for Matt Damon or whatever? I need that kind of fucking help, not Nurse Ratchet help, you know. Real help, guidance, you know, counseling, something, you know. I don't need to go fucking looking for help for trauma and abuse only to have more trauma and abuse piled on by the person that's supposedly wanting to help me. You know what I mean? So I don't know what the fuck to do, man. I'm sitting here right now and I'm thinking, should I try to pay the goddamn bills off? Yeah, should I pay the fucking bills? and try to buy myself another fucking 4 weeks or something of having a roof over my head in a place that I don't even feel safe and that just seems sketchy as fuck to me? Or should I try and haul what I can to storage and just take off in my fucking car and not pay the damn rent? You know, I don't know, because I feel like I have to be in this fucking town or around this town for a while. Somebody at an old apartment complex, I got a hold of somebody in management, a drunk email or something. I hope I didn't say anything too fucking stupid or something. They claimed that they already sent out my deposit check fucking 3 years ago or something, and that they would print up another one and mail it to me. So if that happens, I could get that money. So I'd have to wait around for that. I need to get my social security card replaced. I'd have to wait around to get the mail to get that, because the fucking mailbox is here. My stuff is all here in this fucking town. I'm gonna have to put what I can in storage and grab what I can fit in my car and just get the fuck out of here and try to start new someplace else. Because this place is not helpful. It's not fucking healthy for my. It's not good for my mental health. It's not good for my physical health. Me fucking being so stressed out and end up fucking drinking, and it's not good, you know. Not to mention the potential fucking dangers and stuff around, man. This I this in a lot of ways, this apartment, this town, to me almost feels like, yeah, it feels like quicksand, or like an open air prison. You know, I could go out on a prison yard, smoke a cigarette, or I can go to the park and walk around or something. Walk around extra. I can even go get a hamburger or something, you know, or whatever, right? I can watch a movie, but I still feel trapped here, and I still feel like I'm surrounded by all the wrong types of people and bad influences and shit, you know. Like that scene, the movie Blow, where he's like, prison wasn't rehabilitation, it was crime school, you know. He said, that's what this place feels like, you know. It's like I want to be able to have a life. I mean, ultimately, it'd be nice if I could do good in the world. If my life could mean something, to be able to help other people and stuff like that, or but I have to be able to pull myself out of this fucking hole I'm in and save my own damn life before I'll be in any position to be able to be very helpful to others, really. I don't know, I came here to this world and grew up in this world with this mentality, like I wanted to be some kind of knight in shining armor. I wanted to be a superhero, feel bad for people in bad situations. I feel like I want to rescue people and rescue the poor animals that are hurt and whatever the hell else, you know, whatever, right? But I feel like I can't even fucking save myself, man. And if I want to save myself, I need to just get the fuck off out of here, you know? I feel like I'm on the Titanic, you know, trying to save people that are about to drown in the fucking Titanic or something, and nobody will even listen to me or acknowledge me. And while I'm running around trying to rescue people, trying to wake people up or get them to lifeboats, I'm missing out on any chance I ever fucking had of getting to a lifeboat myself. And I feel like I'm about to fucking drown and get dragged under by these other fucking people, you know? I'm tired of struggling. I'm tired of feeling alone and stressed out and worried about shit. I'm tired. I'm tired of my own fuck ups and my own screw ups. I'm tired of being a goddamn drunk too, I'll tell you. Just a binge drinker, I don't drink all the time, but it's got down to probably once a week. End up on a once a week, maybe I can manage not to fuck up for a couple weeks, or a good time, maybe I'll manage not to screw up too bad for a month or something. And keep it to a somewhat of a minimum. I generally probably end up drunk about every damn week, or at least every couple weeks or something. Just like shit-faced drunk, obnoxious, piss everybody off, have my music up too loud, or shouting or something, talking too loud. Whatever, man. Or people come around wanting to hang out with me when I'm drunk. That's the only time anyone comes around act like they want to hang out with me, is when I'm drunk. And then if I do anything or say anything stupid, then they want to take offense to it. It's like, why the fuck, I don't see you around giving a fuck about me when I'm sober, when I'm drunk off my ass, and you know damn well I am. Then you're around to, what, to laugh at me? To make fun of me? What, Try to corrupt me, Fucking mess with my head. Sometimes I feel like, I want to be a good person. And at this point, I more just want to be able to live my life. I just want to, like, if I won the fucking lottery, my first order of business would just be to get as far the fuck away from here as possible. Try to find a better location, maybe somewhere in the south or something. Get a house out in the country. Try to secure my home and secure my property, and take the time I need to try to rehabilitate myself from this fucking trauma and bullshit that I've been dealing with, and try to get healthy and physically and mentally and spiritually again, Just need to rest and get away from the bullshit, I never have enough time to really reflect on things to get any clarity of purpose of what the fuck I should do, And I just gotta grind to try to make money or whatever. And when I'm not doing that, I'm just trying to unwind, trying to take time, watch a movie, or listen to some music, or scroll through fucking YouTube videos or something, trying to find answers, or trying to reach out and find anybody that I could talk to. And there's just nobody there, Not pretty much. It's like searching and searching and seeking and seeking and searching for help that's not there. It's kind of how I feel. I don't know what to do, man. What's really fucked up is I feel like if I didn't give a shit and I was more morally flexible and I didn't give a damn about right and wrong and I was just more of a fucking conniving fucking asshole or something, there's all kinds of shit that I could probably do that would massively boost my quality of life. Hell, I know about all kinds of criminal shit. I'm just not criminal. I'm just not the criminal fucking type, really. I'm not, you know. I've just been surrounded by that type of people for so many fucking years that it's like I'm just trying to fucking survive around here, you know. Trying to keep whatever I can of what I have, and not fucking lose every goddamn thing. It just feels like everything is so time consuming and difficult nowadays compared to the way it used to be, you know? Like in the old days, say you wanted to rent a room or an apartment or something, you could just look in the newspaper, make a phone call, go over, see the place that very day, hand over some money, and they hand you the keys, and that's that pretty much. If you know. Like back in the day, if you had to deal with some business at the bank or something, you could just walk into the bank and there'd be 20 or 30 people working there, all wearing business suits, very professional. You'd get in and out of there real quick, real fast. Now it takes forever. It's the same with everything. You used to go to a fast food restaurant and order your food, and they'd hand it to you like fucking 30 seconds or a minute later or something. Have a nice day. Now you could be waiting around for an hour or something. It's like everything is that way now. Try to. There's so much red tape and so many layers of security on everything or something that it makes it such a pain in the ass to do anything now. To get anything done. And the cost of living is so ridiculously high that it's like near impossible to get ahead, it feels like, in this situation. So what should I do? Should I fucking move into my... Should I just load up what I can in my fucking car, take it to storage, and hop in the damn car and drive the fuck away to who knows where? Try to do delivery, try to hope that I could sleep in my car and fucking make it that way, and try to be able to make money and save money up doing deliveries out of my car while I live in it or something? Or what? Like, till I have enough to where then I could eventually maybe get into an apartment or a fucking Airbnb or some shit somewhere. I don't know, man. Or should I hustle a little more and to come up with the money to pay the fucking bills here and stay another goddamn month or however long in this fucking place? There always seems to be something in the fucking way of me getting out of here. A lack of money, resources, a lack of fucking help. And just the sense that if I, you know, like I just don't have the resources to get the hell out of here in a way that would be helpful to me, like a way where I could actually, like, there's no fucking way in my situation that I could, like, give a month, you know, give a 1 month notice and pay all my bills and get everything cleared out and be able to clean the place up and have everything gone and get my deposit back and all that. It's just too much, man. You know? It'd be too fucking time consuming and too much of a pain in the ass for me. And be able to have like another apartment lined up to move into to get to move away and all this. I'm just one person by my fucking self. I don't have enough money to pull it off, dude. I don't, you know. In reality, when it comes time for me to get out of here, I'm just gonna have to load all my shit up as quick as I can at the last fucking minute, haul ass out of here with no fucking, not even know where the fuck I'm gonna go necessarily, because I don't know where the fuck is gonna be better, or where I can fucking set up, where I can even be okay to try and improve my life and try to get out of this fucking situation, you know? It stresses me the fuck out, dude. I don't know.